Thank you. So it's hard to know. This is a story of the campaign in 20 slides, and it's hard to know exactly when a political campaign starts. So for me, it started at this table. This is the conference room at Common Cause, where the Democratic candidates negotiated a people's pledge. They decided to keep outside anonymous money out of, to the best they could, out of the campaign. And silly me, I thought it would help this guy more than it did. This is the State of the City speech way back in 2012. And this might be the moment when Angel Tavares became kind of the people's choice, if you will, to be the next governor of Rhode Island. She was not the people's choice to be the next governor of Rhode Island, but she's going to be the next governor of Rhode Island. This is a meme we made about her way back in 2013, before a lot of people knew just how much money she invested in hedge funds. I wanted a one-on-one matchup between her and Angel Tavares, but so here's a slide I actually forgot about. Didn't even make a note on it, actually, so much for these. So I wanted a one-on-one matchup between these two guys. It didn't quite work out that way, because you'll see in probably more time than I think. This guy's the reason it didn't work out this way. Evidently organized labor didn't agree with me that Angel Tavares was the people's choice, or maybe they wanted the teacher's choice to be the next governor. So he invested millions of his own money and to come in third place in the Democratic primary, and he also did a lot to fracture the left. So you can see, though, Clay Pell didn't do it all. Angel did a lot of damage to himself. This is Angel Tavares at Narragansett Beach at a clam shack eating a cheeseburger, and he wore a golf shirt and jeans to the beach. That's like it's like being the governor of Montana and showing up and ordering a salad at the first day of hunting season. Meanwhile, there was a GOP primary going on. It was like the minor leagues, right? So the weird thing about politics in Rhode Island is the GOP primary is like the NIT tournament, and the Democratic primary is like the NCAA tournament. But for some reason here, they play each other at the end. There's all these other primaries too. This is Guillaume de Ramel. You can see in the bottom from his 2006 campaign, he spelled his last name differently. Not even he knew how to spell his name right. The guy never had a shot. He couldn't even spell his name correctly. Ernie Almonte, that's Ernie Almonte and Colleen Conley hugging in Wickford. He briefly ran as a Democrat. And then like a week after, it's the creepiest thing I've ever done in my career. I was having coffee with someone and I saw him and I took their picture, right? A week later, he dropped out of the Democratic primary. He's going to run as an independent with help from the GOP. So nothing stung as bad as when Maria Samini lost her primary. She did yeoman's work for the Progressive Caucus in the State House, and Labor and House leadership conspired against her and took her out pretty good. And that was one of the low moments of the campaign for me. Young Brett Smiley, right? So if this guy ran for any other office in the world, he'd be the most liberal guy running. In the Providence mayor Democratic primary, he was the third most liberal. He was like the most conservative guy there. Or maybe Brett Smiley wasn't the most conservative, and maybe Michael Solomon found an issue which he could just kind of split him. So this woman is a hotel worker. This Steve Ahlquist took this picture. And then what Michael Solomon did is he was able to appeal to them and kind of get a good base of support. So this guy won, the guy in the tie, not the barefoot guy, the guy in the tie. So was he the most liberal guy in the race? Was he the best candidate? None of that stuff even mattered, though. He was the guy with the best chance of beating that guy. He had the best chance of beating that guy. So Buddy Cianci was, you all know this, he was the biggest story of the campaign, right? He dominated the campaign coverage. A lot of people covered him like he was this lovable scamp that liked to break the rules now and again, right? So I'm going to wait for my... We tried to tell a different story about Buddy Cianci. So a very brave young woman named Emma Sloan told the story about his, thank you whoever did that, his alleged rape, and it was really, really powerful because she's a rape victim herself. It was one of the just most awesomest projects I've ever been a part of in journalism. I thought it was great. But so kind of all-encompassing was the Buddy CNC narrative that none of the down-ballot candidates got any political oxygen at all. This guy had such a great campaign and such a great message, but no one would listen to a word he said because everyone was so focused on Buddy CNC, right? So this guy got people to listen to him, though. He didn't have much to say, but he got people to listen to him, right? He even got a fifth of the state to vote for him. Forget about just listening. No, I didn't vote for him. I love Bob Healy, but I love him like you love ice cream. Like, it's not your main course. It's not what you want for dinner, right? It's dessert, right? He's not governor. And in the end, I think a lot of the best candidates won. This is Nelly Gorbea. She's a woman. She's from Puerto Rico. She ran against transparency and lobbying and eliminating voter ID. And she wasn't the most progressive person in her primary. I think that's amazing. So if you look, the woman to the left of Governor Chafee won, and the man to his right ended up losing. And I think that makes a lot of sense in Rhode Island, right? We went to the left. This time, for whatever reason, we just wanted a more liberal governor than we've had in the last couple of times. So, in the end, after all that and much, much more, meet the new bosses, Jorge Elorza and Gina Raimondi. Will they be like the old bosses? Time will tell.